Hi folks, Dan Dale here with Southern Remarketing in Jackson, Mississippi, where we sell diesel trucks almost exclusively, sell the occasional RV or camper, and sell almost entirely on eBay. Today we've got one of the trucks that we don't get very much, which is a Cummins. This is an 04 Dodge Ram 3500 single rear wheel with the Cummins turbo diesel engine and four-wheel drive. And I say we don't get them too often because usually these things are just high as a kite, and we can't buy them cheap enough to be able to offer our customers a good deal, because all these tote and note dealers buy them and they mark them way up and finance them to people, and we don't finance, we just deal in just straight up payments. So we have to be able to sell ours at a bargain, and this one today is going to be a bargain. Like I said, it's an 04 Ram 3500 Laramie, pretty much loaded up. I'm going to take you on a little walk around of it. First of all, you can see the headlights are nice and clear, not faded out or anything. This truck has a little over 200,000 miles, but you really can't tell from looking at it. The valence isn't ate up with bugs, the hood's not dinged and rock pecked up. You can look at the front. I don't even think it has a leveling kit on it. Got Rancho shocks though. Got a nice set of Toyo tires with great tread, some Weston Nerf bars. It's a real quad cab with leather. See, of course, windows, door locks, tilt cruise, power seat. You can look under here at the carpet. It's nice. It's not full of holes. It's got these expensive Husky mats that have full coverage on it. Got the keyless entry. Got the flip up console so you can have 3 across seating. Sony stereo, auto dimming rear view mirror. All the good stuff you want. 373 gears. You can look in the back seat, just as nice. Has defrost. It's a Southern truck. No flood or salvage history. You can see underneath here, of course, zero rust. And you look in all these jams, they're not full of dirt and dust. So this truck's obviously spent most of its time out on the interstate. You can see no paint work. Got a nice two-tone paint job. Has the spare tire underneath. Has a extra leaf springs, give you extra towing capacity. Got some nice smoke tail lights. I'm not sure. I think that's a turnover ball, but I can't swear to it. But even if you don't need a turnover ball, it adds value to the truck. And so whenever you do get ready to sell it, if you do, then you know it's an extra selling point to have that hitch. But you can see, got a spray-in bed liner. Got the little chrome hide hooks up under here as well. Nice and clean. Look down through there at the frame. It's all super nice. You can look at the front of the bed. It's straight, which means nobody's ran their four-wheelers up into the front of it and bent it up. Leather on these back seats is nice. These seats flip up. There's extra cup holders, and this comes out and gives you a flat floor, which is always handy if you're moving big stuff like TVs or whatever. You can see it's got, of course, power windows over here. Leather seats. Dash is nice. All that stuff's good on it. And it does have the good old Dodge flip-up tow mirrors. And if you don't know the deal about Dodge tow mirrors, just Google Dodge tow mirror memes and you'll know what I'm talking about. But it's got the big tow mirrors, so you can go in style with your mirrors up, which is how most Dodge drivers like it. So we'll flip them up. Anyway, like I said, 04 Dodge Ram four-wheel drive Laramie, Cummins diesel engine. Got just about everything you can put on one. Limited slip, 373 gears. Runs and drives just the very best. I'm going to show you under the hood in a minute and then take you on a test drive, but if you have any questions, give me a call. My name's Dan Dale. My number is 601-376-9869. If you watch many of our videos, you're probably used to seeing my dad doing this, but he's still recovering from surgery, so he's going to be out for a few months. Anyway, like I said, if you have any questions, give me a call. Now we'll show you under the hood and go on the test drive. Okay, before we go on the test drive, just want to show you a few things under the hood. First of all, we don't clean under hoods. This is just how it came into us. You can see how clean it is. I don't let my guys mess around under the hoods, but you can tell this truck hasn't spent a whole lot of time in the mud or anything, just from looking at that little silver insulation against the firewall. When they've been exposed to a lot of mud and hot water coming off the engine and stuff, they get a patina that you cannot clean up or make go away. And so does this cylinder head and valve cover area. But not a worry with this one. You can see no smoke, although smoke's not a big deal as long as it's not puffing. But more importantly, see I set the cap down, it doesn't blow off. If it blows off, that means it's got blow by. Not necessarily the sign of a bad engine, but it's just a sign of wear, and this one doesn't have any. So now that you've seen under the hood, we'll hop in and take you on a test drive. Okay, now we're in the truck. Had to stop and get a little fuel. Take you on a test drive. Now you'll have to excuse my shaky camera work because I'm filming with one hand and driving with the other on some of the worst roads in the city of Jackson. So even though the video may look a little shaky, rest assured in person this truck has a great ride and drive. Of course, one thing I was surprised by, you can see this cup holder, this flip down cup holder is not broke, and we didn't have to fix it or do anything to it. So whoever had this truck took good care of it, because just about every one we get seems to have a busted cup holder. And you can see this dash right here is not cracked or chewed up. Now it's got a little crack up on the upper part, but it's not a big deal. Not missing any giant chunks or anything. So that's the important part. It's got an automatic dimming rear view mirror. It's got the overhead little readout for your miles per gallon and your compass and all that. It's got fog lights. Goes down the road just like it should. It doesn't pull to the left or right. It doesn't pull or vibrate when you hit the brakes. Fires right up, hot or cold. There's no starting issues with it. And you know, whether you buy from us or whomever, you always want to hear a diesel start cold and crank it again when it's hot. Because sometimes if they got injector problems, they'll run perfect once they're running, but then you'll turn it off and have problems cranking it again without having to use some ether or something. And that's a surefire way to tell, is to check it hot and cold, and then you'll know for sure that you're good to go. But if you want to fly in and drive this truck home, you can. I would not hesitate to get in this truck and drive it anywhere. I mean, it's just that clean of a truck, issue free. We just put a brand new windshield in it. I wouldn't hesitate to load my wife and kids up and drive across country. I mean, it's just a good truck. There's nothing to alibi for or explain away on this one. Doesn't smoke. Hasn't been tuned, which, you know, tuning's fine if you do it right, but if you do it wrong, you can cause all kind of problems. So I always like to see one that hasn't been tuned, you know, and that way if I want to tune it, I will, and if I don't, I'll leave it alone. But it shifts out good too, and that's the other thing you always want to check on one of these Dodges, is make sure it shifts right. But we pulled a camper back from Hattiesburg. That's about 90 miles each way, drove down and pulled the camper back, so I know it'll pull and shift like it should. Now if you're like most of our customers, you're from the Northeast or the Midwest, and you're buying from us because we got great deals and we got rust-free trucks, and that being said, you may not have time to take a few days off to fly or drive down and drive home. So if you're interested in this truck but don't think you have time to come get it, don't let that dissuade you from buying it, because we can now arrange shipping, so you don't have to worry about shipping or fool with it or deal with anything. We take care of that for you. We don't have an actual fleet of trucks ourselves, but we'll arrange it. If you look online at most of these online shipping estimates, we can save you as much as half depending on what kind of a hurry you're in. And the reason for that is most of these guys you find, they're not actual shippers, they're just brokers. And all they do is charge you hundreds of dollars, and they call it a deposit, but all it really is their broker's fee for posting it on this one website that's not open to the public, that everybody uses to book loads and find loads and all that. Well, we've jumped through all the hoops, paid the joining fees, paid the monthly membership fees, and paid the posting fees and everything to be on that website, so we can basically offer you wholesale price on shipping. Now, like I said, we don't do the shipping ourselves, we just arrange it. So once we're paid for the truck, we'll put it on there and we'll post it as available, and wait to hear from somebody that's in the area that's can haul it. And once we hear from them, we'll call you to verify everything, and then we'll set it up and they'll come pick it up, and all you have to do is pay them when they drop it off. We don't make anything off of it. We don't charge anything. There's no deposit or fees on our end. You just pay the driver when he drops the truck off. So it's a real smooth transaction. If you are interested, shoot me a text or email with your zip code, and I'll get you a good ballpark figure on shipping. Or if you're anywhere near Dallas or Houston or Atlanta, or pretty much anywhere in the state of Florida, we can get you a real good deal on shipping. So like I said, just contact me and we'll get you a good quote on it. And usually they're picked up within a few days. If you're kind of off the beaten path or something, or you're trying to save some money, we can price it low. It may take a little longer to get picked up, but on average it takes 3 to 5 days. And if you're on a regular route, like if you're in Atlanta or Houston or something, it's usually even quicker than that. But like I said, just shoot me a text or email if you're interested, 601-376-9869. We do these videos to make our customers feel more comfortable about buying from us. And so if there's anything that we think should be nitpicked, then we'll try and nitpick it, not to make the truck sound bad, but just because we don't want to get bad feedback over a ding or a rock peck or a scratch or something like that. Although this truck is pretty straight as far as all that goes. So I'll turn this radio down a little more. It's got the you can see, got the Sony stereo, got CD changer controls on it. It's got the electronic shift 4-wheel drive. Not much you could put on this truck that it didn't already have, being a Laramie. It's got the 373 gears, anti-spin discs, and if you don't buy a truck with a 4-wheel drive with limited slip or anti-spin or sure grip, depending on what brand you're buying, you're not really buying a 4-wheel drive, because without that, you got one wheel in the front and one wheel in the back pulling, and what's the point? You always want to buy something with limited slip differentials. Like I said, this is an 04. It's a I believe it's 3500 single rear wheel, but can't find anything on it that doesn't work. Now that's not to say we hadn't missed something minor, but I call myself checking everything. I would like to show you, since we've been driving nearly 10 minutes, you can see there's no lights lit on the dash other than that little warning that says lamp out. So apparently I need to change one of the brake light bulbs, but we'll do that. But we like to show the dash after we've been driving it, because it's easy to take a picture, kill a light. If you got a light on, take a picture and say no lights. But if there's a problem and you haven't fixed it, then as soon as you start driving, that light's going to come right back on. So we like to show it after we've been driving it, so you can see it really doesn't have any warning lights on. So with all that being said, if you're interested in the truck, give me a call, 601-376-9869. My name's Dan Dale. Be glad to answer any questions you may have, talk pricing, talk shipping, talk diesel engines or whatever. So we appreciate you watching our video and listening to everything I've got to say. I look forward to seeing you here in Jackson, Mississippi. Thank you.